Hello, people who are still faithful to my YouTube channel, even though I haven't been posting in a long time. Uh, Welcome to Minecraft. I'm finally getting started on a series for this. It is not going to be a playthrough, so if you wanted to play through, please leave now. It's going to be a tutorial on how to do, computational redstone, so redstone computers. So if you want to get started on the server I'm using, I've got the address here, so pause it, put that into your Minecraft, and then when you're ready, resume the video. So let's get started. So I guess if you're still here, welcome to the world of computational redstone. It's looks really daunting, 100%. Yeah, it's a lot simpler than it looks, honestly. But we're not going to get started building this. We're just going to go through the basics. So I've got some good explanations on my plot, my school plot. It's over here. So basically, that's a basic chart of how binary works. So essentially, binary is actually really simple. In decimal, you've got numbers ranging from 0 to 9, not 1 to 10. And that's 10 digits. 0 through 9 is 10 digits. Binary is 0 through 1, 2 digits. So it's 0. Binary is basically, it's used on computers because it's just on signal or off signal. There's no in between. So when all the bits are off, the output is 0. Let me put this up here. So the first bit is the ones bit. Second is the twos bit, fours bit, and eights bit. Because instead of in decimal, what we use, we have 1, 10, 100, 1000. That's our number system. And each digit is 10 times the previous digit. In binary, we have 1, 2, 4, 8, and each digit is twice the previous digit. So when they're all off, there's no signal coming in, that equates to 0. And just like regular, it reads from highest on this side to lowest on this side. So now I've got 1. So the ones bit is on, and none of the others. That's 1. This one, the twos bit is on, and none of the others. That's 2. Where it gets a little complicated is the threes digit. So there's both the ones digit and the twos digit on, and that's 3, because 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 3. And then all the way at the bottom, this is 4-bit binary. Each digit is called a bit. You've got 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. 15. And then all the numbers in between are just a combination of on and off. So if I wanted to add another bit to this, I'd have to make it twice as tall, and then it would have twice as many numbers. Well, almost twice as many numbers. Right? No, over twice as many numbers. Twice as many numbers plus 1. Anyway, so back to the important part. This binary is the most important part of what you're about to learn. If you don't understand binary, go back and rewatch that and try to think about how it works. So let me find an open area. I forgot about this. And I'll do some just real simple stuff. So let me get something easier to see. So the next thing we're going to do is logic gates. Now this is where it gets the tiniest bit complicated. So what I'm going to do is have a redstone lamp as the output. So this is just a regular gate. There's nothing going on here. So most logic gates have two inputs, like this, and then they do something out the back. They give an output. So they compare the two inputs, and they're always just on or off. There's no in between again. So this is an OR gate. Either this or that turns on the lamp. And you can see how it works. And then the opposite of that is a NOR gate. Neither this nor that is on. Well, anyway, the next one is a little more complicated to build, but it's just as simple in how it works. Well, when it does. What has to happen is this and that are on, and that's an AND gate. And then, again, the opposite is a NAND gate, not AND, where this, NAND, that have to be on. So both of them have to be on. And then there's the one input, NOT gate, which just inverts the signal. And then there's the complicated one. I'll show you how to build this one soon, or you can just follow what I'm doing. It's called an XOR gate, exclusive OR. So what happens with this one is this can be on, or this can be on, but not both. So that's how an XOR gate does. It's kind of complicated as to how it works, and don't blame yourself if you don't understand it. But basically, these are the 4 functions you need to start building stuff. So now it's time to get on to the tricky stuff. So I'm going to switch over to my builder plot, and you'll get one of these once you finish this tutorial. You'll be able to get one. But anyway, so I'm going to do the most basic thing, and this is sort of the rite of passage, if you will, and that is an adder. I'm just going to make a really simple one. Ripple carry RCA, ripple carry adder, and I'll explain what that means in a bit. But basically, what it does is it adds, just like it sounds like, but it adds binary instead of decimal. So this is an XOR gate, just like I showed you before. But if you change it like this, it works the same. See, instead of a torch being there, there's a torch there and there. But there's this torch here. And what that does is, well, this is called a half adder. That acts as an AND gate. And it's actually surprisingly simple. But anyway, each of these is half of an adder. And then what you do is you connect this you build a structure like this, And so this up here is the carry line out from this. So if both are on, so in this case 1 plus 1, this will be off because because it doesn't want to be 1, and this will be on because it wants to be 1 0 2. And essentially this is the carry from the previous bit. So this carries into here. And then what you do here is you build a second half adder, which I'm just building a half adder, and then I'll show you how to like do the actual full build. And then you connect a carry back. And so this is an entire binary adder. It's surprisingly compact, and all it can do is add 1 and 1. So what you do is, I have world edit, you'll have to build it yourself. You make a bunch of them. So now you can see how the carry goes from up here and here down into here. And then basically this carries back into the next bit. Now once I get these levers in, I'll do some basic adding. So sort of a not rite of passage, but one thing you do to test your adder is add 3 and 5. So what happens with adders is there are actually 2 sets of inputs, the first number and the second number, and they're divided up into A and B. So A, on each of these half adders, A is the one on that side, and B is the one on that side. So for A, I'm going to do 3, and at the back, you can see it's 3. Let me add redstone lamps. And then for B, so with this one, it's 0, 0, 1, 1. So that's 1 plus 2 is 3. And then for the other one, I want 4 plus 1 for 5. So that's 1, 2, 4, and 1. And that's 5. Not 5. It's 5 plus 3 is 8. So you view it from this side. High, low. 1, 2, 4, 8. So now for the tutorial part. So the first thing you do is how to build an XOR. So you make an X shape, and then add legs, and a little thing there. This is the basic block shape. And then you get redstone torch, which I'm just going to place this piston. Put them here, 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 and here. If you want to do regular XOR, you place one here. Otherwise, you place them here, here, and here. Then, redstone does here, there, there, and there. So now this is a fully functional XOR gate. I'll add that to make so that it's easy to see they're linked. So that's how you do an XOR gate. Then the next part, you do this little line, which brings around so it's in line with this. And you do this from the previous bit, or you build this little shape here, down, up, down, and then add another thing up top. Place a block in line with this, and then place redstone on all these blocks. This block doesn't do anything, so other than block this signal here. So just leave that with no redstone on top. Now the next step, so you've got your half adder and your carry in. The next step is to build another half adder, because 2 halves makes a whole. So this one is a lot more like a regular XOR. You build it the same way. So X shape, legs, torches, redstone, and then you come around the back, and this is very important. If you don't do it, your adder will not work. Place a torch there. So that torch does the same as this torch. It's an AND gate, like this. So now these 2 AND gates run into the carry. And that's another half adder. So once again, I'm going to stack it using world edit. So this is a 4-bit adder. So practice building one. So build one for yourself, and then come back when you have finished building it. So after that, I'm going to go over how it works with some signs. So pause the video and, well, yeah, just pause the video and I will see you in a moment. Alright, now to fix a little glitch. Anyway, I'm assuming that you have now finished your adder. So, how it works, I'm going to do it over here on the wall. So, you've got your 2 inputs, and they can be either on or off. So, binary adding is really easy. If one of them is on, oh yeah, I can't place redstone, duh. Run the signal up to the output. And if both of them are on, run the signal out to the carry. And when they're both off, don't run signal at all. So basically, that's 2 separate gates, and they're both simple. There's the XOR gate that when one or the other, but not both, is on, send it through. And then there's an AND gate. When one and the other is on, run it to the carry. So that's what a half adder is. It's an XOR and an AND. But the thing is, what happens if you get a carry in from the previous bit, and then there's an output here? What do you do then? Well, it's simple. What you do is you run the output into one input of a second, and run the carry into that one. And then again, if the signal output is if the signal output of one of these is on, then give output. And if both are on, run the carry. And it's impossible for both carries to be on at the same time, so you won't have to worry about that. So, that's the basics of how an adder works. It's surprisingly simple. And then what you do is you run the carry from the previous bit, into the second part of the next bit. So you can see there's the half adder. The XOR comes down here into the first input, and the carry from the previous bit, which you can see over here, runs into the second input. And then what happens is, for this first one, that's an AND gate running into the carry to the next. So these run into this one. And then here, again, AND gate running into the next one. And this one's, again, the XOR running to the output. So it looks terrifying, but it's really not. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching.